am very concerned. Okay, so today is Friday, April 18th, 2025. It's about 10 a.m. It's like 9:59 a.m. So I was not, this is probably like going to be a repeated thing. I was not planning to watch Michelle Obama's podcast, but I saw two videos with two separate podcasters commenting on this one episode with Tracee Ellis Ross discussing her singleness and dating and whatever. And so rather than listen to their commentary about it, I like to actually watch the podcast myself or whatever they're just discussing so that I can know what they're talking about and not just their opinion or whatever clip they decide to show. So I'm thinking a couple of things. I am so concerned about our society. I'm concerned because I live in society. And on one level, I can make the argument, which a lot of Christians make, which is the scriptures tell us that we're just sojourners passing through. This is not our home. And that's true. That is the scripture. But we live here. We live in society. And whether we like it or not, there's certain aspects of society that affect us. And so we can't just be ignorant. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is, Michelle Obama's brother is in this podcast. So it's the both of them. It's Michelle Obama and her brother. I think his name is Craig. And they're having this discussion with Tracee Ellis Ross. And like I said, she's discussing singleness and dating and whatnot. Now, both Michelle Obama and her brother they're both married, right? So neither one of them have dated in a while. Why are married people talking about dating? Why are married people talking about dating? Okay, I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion, because everybody has an opinion. But if you have been married for more than 2 years, 3 years, like you're in a different lane. I'm saying 2-3 years. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama have been married for over 30 years. I don't know how long her brother's been married, but I'm pretty sure it's been a while. So I don't think married people should be talking about dating past 3 years in marriage, because you're out of that lane completely. So that's number one. The second thing, I observed that the question that was put on their podcast was from a man that expressed that he was having issues in his dating life and that he's dating the wrong women and he had a long-term relationship several years ago and blah, 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 blah. And what should he do? Because he wants to get married and settle down, but he's having issues, blah, 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 blah. There is one man at the table with two women, and the two women were answering the man's question. Why? 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 The question was from a man. And as much as we as women can do to empathize, we're not men. But there was a man at the table, and I'm thinking naturally, he expressed that these are his issues. And even though Michelle Obama's brother did not have necessarily that much experience the first time, he certainly got a little bit more experience when he got divorced and got remarried, right? So I'm thinking they're going to be like, well, Craig, how do you think you take the floor, help Ronan out, like help him figure out some stuff. The women were talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. And then now I looked at the time, the clock, the timer thingy on the video, and it was like the last 5 minutes. the timer, the timer thing said like it was at minute 50 something, and the podcast uh, is 55 minutes. So 5 minutes left in the podcast. That's when they decided to be like, well, Craig, you go ahead, you take the floor, and you close it out. And I'm like, 5 minutes. I can't. I cannot. So he started to talk, right? And he was giving all these points. And then he's like, I liked what Tracee said. And I liked what Mish said. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? What is going on? What's going on? I'm concerned. I'm concerned. I mean, it was an interesting discussion. There are things that I understood. There are things that I more or less agreed with. There are things that I didn't agree with. There are things that I was like, nope, not at all. But it was interesting to listen to their opinions and their perspectives. But it's just an observation. There was a question about dating from a man, and there was a man at the table, and two women were answering that question before they asked the man, what should this guy do? I just thought it was interesting. It's just interesting. Anyways, I'm going to leave it just like that.